Thank you for doing this, Key. As always, appreciate the time. So first off, I guess, would you mind kind of like just setting the stage a little bit for us, kind of like where we are and what's going on here today?
First IBJJF event, like since all this happened, I think like no one was expecting like all this to happen, and it was hard for all the Jiu-Jitsu academies. I feel like for all the small business, and of course like affect every academy. I feel happy to be back. I feel happy to be doing what we love to do, and I think this is the most important above everything, above every result. I think like just like being back to our normal routine and being back doing what we like to do. I think like that's healthy and like that makes us happy, you know. So here we are, like we competed yesterday at the Fight to Win, and then we competed today again, brought the team, and the goal is to compete as much as possible now. Like try to like. I think all this time we were training, but like we were not competing, we were not showing the work, and like when you're an athlete, I think that's what matters. You know, like whenever you go to the competition, you need to show your work so you can like keep building your career. And all this time, like without competing, like for sure, like was not good for us. But like here we are, like we're back. Let's try to like win everything now.
Yeah. And, of course, you mentioned a couple other competitions out there and stuff, but this being the first IBJJF tournament back, why is it important that IBJJF is back now?
I think first because whenever we go to a super fight event, you don't have that team aspect of bringing like a lot of people. Like you have like normally like 2 or like 1 or 2 students normally I have, and I like doing that. I think like it's special for the person that's competing, but. I think the IBJJF events, like it's whenever I have like multiple people competing, like I don't know, I like this team atmosphere that we build in a tournament like this. Like you guys saw us, like we're taking a group photo, showing off the results, and that's what I like the most, to be honest. So I'm happy to have like IBJJF like does a great work, and like I'm happy that they put this tournament together, and now I hope like it just gets better and better.
Was the last 5 or 6 months or so, was that tough for you and the competitors kind of not having a whole lot on the schedule or on the horizon to be preparing for?
Yeah, I think like the mindset that we have, it's like to compete, to train to become like the best black belt you can be. And even like when they are like blue, purple, and brown, I tell them all the time, like you're not training to win your division, you're training to become the best in the world in your weight division. And I think like just like not having the opportunity to go there and test yourself, like I see the competitions a lot as a thermometer, like to see where you are at and what you need to keep improving, because a lot of times like in the academy you just get like you know your training partner, like it becomes a routine. The training, it's like it's normally like has like the same pattern, and the competition kind of wakes you up and shows you what you need to keep improving. So for me, like was important to bring the team to this event and like and to have this, because we were training like during this whole time, like the competitors didn't stop training. They had like a small group that was training together. Like they know that staying away from training for months would affect their like their performance in competition and would affect like their career, their future for sure. And I think like every single academy did that. Like the small group of competitors that you have, they would find somehow a way to stay together and train. Like we closed the academy like for a couple months, but like the group of competitors was like getting together and training. And I think like talking about training, like they were all preparing, as you can see like the results. But what like I think what we suffer the most with all of this is not being able to show the work and be able to come to the competition and like and get the exposure like that every athlete needs to keep growing their career.
You had about 5 or 6 athletes with you. How would you assess the team's performance?
It was amazing. For me, like we have like different stages of like every athlete's in a different stage of their career. Like whenever I think about Jonathan, he's just joining the black belt division. And it was like this for me was like this for my brother. Like it's whenever you get to the black belt, you get to know yourself a lot more, because you start competing with people that were the champions from other years too. And I think that's when you learn the most. Like I feel that I improved a lot in the beginning of my black belt, and my brother did too. That's when like he got a lot of confidence to start winning all the competitions. And I think John is in that stage. He's getting to know himself, like how much he can do and what he needs to keep training and improving. Tainan is in a totally different stage of his career, like basically what John had last year at Worlds. Like he is at the top of the division. So like it's like probably like one of his last competitions as a brown belt. Like he's gonna come as a black belt really soon. And yeah, before the competition, I just told him like, you know, your level is higher than the opponents. Like, if he was able to compete in the black belt right now, I would promote him to the black belt. But we're gonna do like probably like 2 or 3 more competitions. Maybe like if he wins Pan Ams, like I'll promote him at Pan Ams. Like I'm not gonna wait anymore. I want him to have like a couple fights in the black belt this year, maybe in like in a super fight or something like this. But I want him to get a little bit of experience this year. Like even if it's like 2 or 3 fights, to jump in the division next year with like, I think at least like knowing some of the competitors.
Wow, that's awesome.
Okay.
Do you feel like you know, you walk around talking to people and stuff like that? Do you feel like the vibe here, everybody is ecstatic that jiu-jitsu is finally back?
I think everyone's very excited, to be honest. Yeah, I think like people have all like different opinions, and like for me, like I respect like everyone's opinion and like everything that like with like everything that's going on with this. For me, like I'm just happy to be doing what I love, and like for me, like there is nothing that like that's more like healthier like than this. Like doing what you love every day and being with the people that you like to be. I think that's what like makes you have like a good life. That's what makes you happy, like to be with your friends, with your family. And I'm glad we're back. Like, and I hope like everything gets back to normal as fast as possible.
Perfect.
Okay?
Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Appreciate
Thanks.
it.
Thanks,
Thank
brother.
you. Thank